Rick, I can't believe you sat out there all night.
I couldn't talk to anybody last night. Not even you. You know, this is supposed to be such a great time. And so far it sucks. All of a sudden I have nobody.
What about Paloma?
She won't even allow me in the club anymore.
Well, Peter thinks you're the greatest thing since sliced bread.
I'm sure he won't want me around either.
Why?
He was fixing dinner for us when I was moving my stuff into his place. I told him I couldn't stay, that I had a private workout. But the truth is I was having dinner with Barry Taylor.
One of Barry's private dinners?
Intimate is more like it. At least that's the way Barry had it planned. And now my career has probably gone down the tubes, too. I can't imagine Barry takes rejection very well.
I wouldn't be too sure about that. I've known Barry Taylor a long time. I know he likes the challenge more than he does the conquest.
What's that supposed to mean?
Barry doesn't like things to be too easy. He actually likes it when people stand up to him. That's why he never fired me.
The Migras picked up Carlito last night.
What are the Migras?
Immigration.
What will happen to him?
He'll be sent back to Mexico.
That's not so bad. At least he's not in jail.
Where did your family come from? Your ancestors, I mean.
Germany on my mother's side and Russia on my father's.
What if they'd been sent back by immigration when they arrived and then told they should be grateful they weren't in jail? Do you think they would have felt lucky? But I guess Mexicans don't have the same feelings.
You're right. I'm sorry.
Even more important, if they'd been sent back, I'd have never had the chance to know you.
I've got to go to work. You're welcome to stay if you don't feel like going back to Peter's. I'll get you some more hot chocolate.
Since the night of the raid, we haven't come close to filling this place once. And you know how we count on this time of the year. The holidays are when we make a lot of our money.
A lot of our customers are afraid of the Migras. And I can't blame them. So, what's the bad news?
They could revoke our liquor license.
Carajo. That will destroy us.
This is for you. Something from the city.
Not inspectors again, I hope. What does this mean?
Eminent domain, Paloma, basically means that the government does have the right to take your property if they deem it in the public interest. No, of course. They pay you for it. But it's a complicated thing. Look, before you get too excited, let me check out what's going on. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. So do you know about this latest stunt that Dixon and his crew have pulled?
What's that?
They're using eminent domain to get Casa Hollywood.
Garcia mentioned something about it a while back. He said that they might be forced to use it if they couldn't persuade people to sell their property.
Persuade? At 50 cents on the dollar? Now they'll be lucky if they get 20.
It's done all the time. It's perfectly legal.
Of course it's legal, Peter, but is it right? Why didn't you say something to me? Then at least I could have done something about it.
I knew how you felt about Rick and Casa Hollywood.
I thought you felt the same way.
I do, Joanna. It's just
Well, then where are your ethics, for God's sake?
My ethics? They're the bank, just like everything else. The Talmadge account is all we've got right now. If we lose that, we're dead. You know, I'm sorry, Joanna, but I don't have a wealthy family to back up my business interests. This is it for me. This is my one shot. If this business goes under, I'm going to spend the next 10 years working in a dreary office somewhere for somebody else just to pay back my share of what we owe the bank. That's where my ethics are.
It's redevelopment, Paloma, that's seen as being in the public interest.
So, the bastards win again.
It's tough. But it's the law. I mean, if Casa Hollywood were a landmark like the Chinese theater, then maybe you'd stand a chance.
But we are a landmark. Everybody knows about us.
Now, yes. But that's not good enough. You need a past.
So Casa Hollywood really was Cafe Xanadu.
Can you imagine Jean Harlow walk through this building during one of those glamorous Hollywood premieres?
Well, by the looks of this, you're right, Paloma. Casa Hollywood definitely is a Hollywood landmark. And if it isn't, it should be.
You're right, Lulu. We definitely can't let them tear this building down. Just to build a schlocky theme park that pretends to be Hollywood Boulevard? No way.
What is this? Telethon to save historic Hollywood.
Reynoso is now getting support from all these local community groups that want to restore old buildings in the area rather than tear them down.
So there's this marathon on cable TV this weekend to raise money for legal fees to temporarily stop new construction.
What does Talmadge plan to do about this?
The councilman thinks it would be wise to back off for the time being, to see how much publicity this thing generates first.
Back off? The man who came to us, to me, 10 years ago when he first ran for city council from this district. He was going to change Hollywood, restore it to its former glory days. And we were going to be able to be in on the ground floor. I can't tell you how much money we've sunk into this project that I've spent the last 10 years of my life putting together, and now it goes down the tubes in 2 weeks. All because of some goddamn pervert. Now what, Councilman?
Mr. Dixon, I have no doubt that over the long term, Councilman Talmadge is behind you 100%.
A very diplomatic defense, Garcia. Maybe you should go to work for this Paloma character. She is one of your people, isn't she? Hollywood Boulevard. What a joke. You call that a landmark?